this damn friend a neighborhood party.
Right on. Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone, and today we're still smoking 1964's orange juice because it's just that good, and it's a perfect pick-me-up. I've been feeling kind of bloated today because I may or may not have eaten an entire medium pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza with a side of all of the mozzarella cheese sticks you could get. So I ate that last night and I'm still fucking full. I've been farting up a storm. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so I needed a little pick me up because my tummy feels a little bloaty bloats. So today, yeah, like I said, we're gonna smoke we smoked 1964's orange juice cold cured resin in the Stunden glass. I'm probably going to smoke a lemon lynx again because, like, well, honestly, it picks me up and it's a nice little lift up. And like I said, what the hell was that? And like I said, it sounded like somebody was pounding around upstairs. There's no one here. Somebody's breaking into my house. I better go get them. I'm not going to do that. They could come get me. I'll put it on the podcast. It'll be fun. What was I saying? Yeah, I like the lemon lynx as a little pick-me-up, so I was going to smoke that. But I've also got this Chill Billy vape cart. It's a sativa. It's fucking awesome, dude. What's it called? Fuck, I don't have my glasses. It's called Gator Blood. What? Gator Blood Blammo. Yeah, so they're going real hickish with it. Or hillbilly, I guess. It's called the Chill Billy. It's shaped like a bullet. So if you're watching this, you can see it's shaped just... Oh, here, let me move. It's shaped just like a bullet. So I thought what they should do is they should come up with a fucking battery that looks like a shotgun or like a handgun. I'm sure they have them already, but these guys should market it together. So it's like you're fucking blowing your head off. You know what I'm saying? I know it's really morbid, but potheads are fucking, we're like that. We want to blow our heads up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm going to smoke this as well. It's really good. Actually, you know what? Let's just fucking smoke this now because I need a little pick-me-up for the story that I'm about. Well, not even story, but the discussion that I'm about to set forth on you, okay? So let's do this review first to get it out of the way. So we got the Chill Billy Gator Blood Blammo. It's shaped like a bullet. It's fucking 91.1%. Oh, 91.1%. That explains so much. I smoke it when I walk the dog because it's a completely head high, no body. As you can see, it gives out a pretty good cloud. It's a really nice cart. It's a really nice sativa cart. It's got... Okay, so this is what I thought it was, and then I'll tell you what it actually is, okay? So I thought this was like a citrus and vanilla cart because it has this vanilla flavor, and then this, like, if you take 2 hits like I just took, it has this like vanilla flavor and then this like lemonade-ish or like grapefruit kind of aftertaste, okay? And like I said, the high is all cerebral. It's a heady high completely. If you're taking your dog for a walk, it's perfect for that. If you're going to go do a social function or like you have to smoke and you're out amongst people, I would smoke this because, yeah, it's really nice. You don't need a lot with it. It doesn't really dry out your mouth. It actually gives you like a nice aftertaste, a nice flavor. And like I said, like you saw, the hits are fucking phenomenal. So that's not even... They've programmed this, so when you buy these things, they tell you on the back what temperature you should set them at. Not all of them, but this one does. And this one, the setting is supposed to be like 2.5, which is one of the lower settings. And it's perfect, man. Like, the hit is perfect. If you take one hit, you get a pretty decent sized cloud. It's a super tasty hit. It hits all the right buttons. The high, like a couple hits and you're nice and high, you're nice and toasty. It's right up there with some of the more expensive shit, dude. For sure. Yeah, I would highly recommend that cart to anybody that wants to try it, especially if you like the flavor of like vanilla and grapefruit or like vanilla and lemon. So that's what I thought it was. So here it is. This is what it actually is. Oh shit, I don't have my glasses. Let's see if I can read this correctly. Where the fuck does it say it? Oh, aroma and flavor. Creamy coconut with a kick of strawberry and watermelon. So that's the grapefruit kind of flavor that I guess I'm talking about. It's actually strawberry and watermelon. It's really nice. It's like you took, like if you could smoke one of those drinks they make in fish bowls at like restaurants and shit. That's what it is. That's the equivalent of a vape cart fishbowl drink. You know what I'm saying? So I give it a thumbs up. I say definitely buy it. It's totally worth it. Boom. Done. That's what I'm saying. That was a really big bang. That was a little excessive. Anyway, thank you for joining me, Justin Barone, on your Friday to start your weekend off right at 4:20, baby. That's right. Never forget your friendly neighborhood pothead on Friday. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's kicking in now. It's good. It's a nice little mix with the orange juice from 1964 in the Stunden glass. So I'm also drinking a little whiskey because that seems to keep me pretty talkative. So cheers to your Friday. I hope you're having a good week. I hope everything's been good to you. I hope life is working out how you want it to. If it's not, I hope you're working on it and you recognize the little victories that you have throughout the day. Cheers. Or salut, however you want to look at it. So here's something that's fun. So if you follow the podcast, I say this a lot, but if you follow the podcast, you know I've been dating. Obviously, the last couple clips and stuff that I've put out have had to do with bad dates and blah blah blah. I gotta say, I've been dating a woman, a very lovely woman who's probably too good for me, probably not in my league, you know. But it's been great. It's been really nice. It's been nice to have somebody that's, to be honest, probably a little smarter than I am. I know that I'm a dummy. I know that I goof around a lot, but like I'm not really stupid. You know what I mean? I know my level, my intelligence level, and I know that I like to have fun. But yeah, I've started dating this lovely lady, this lovely woman. I don't know what to say. It sounds weird when you say lovely lady. It's weird woman, and it's not right to say girl. You know what I mean? Like, not right in a negative way, just like it doesn't feel right, you know? So I'm dating this lovely woman who is definitely out of my league. How I lucked out? I don't fucking know. But I'm dating her, so fuck you guys. Anyway, as much as we have a lot of similarities, we also have a lot of differences. Now, she doesn't necessarily believe me that we're similar in a lot of ways, but a lot of the ways that she sees things, I see things. It's just that, to be honest, she does most of the talking. I'm okay with that, because I really like listening to her talk. But because of my job, because of my past experience, because of the things that I've had to do as a dad and for my kids, I try not to be overly serious ever. Okay? I know that sometimes I have to be serious, and like I will be in that case because I'm a assistant manager at a pot shop. I mean at a retail, well, it's a pot shop, but I mean like I'm a retail assistant manager. Shit moves fast, okay? You have to be on your game, you have to stay on your toes, you have to like essentially you can't fuck around, okay? So I pride myself on being fun to be around, creating a fun environment, and helping remind adults that they're allowed to be children sometimes. You know what I'm saying? My sense of humor is just like that. I'm goofy. I laugh at fucking farts, dude. I don't know what to tell you. If you farted in front of me, I wouldn't even be like, that's gross. I'd be like, what'd you eat? You know what I mean? So, I think now that I know her a bit, I think that she would laugh at the farts too, but it's been an ongoing conversation about my man-childishness, okay? She has told me several times there's a time and there's a place for acting like a child. And I'm like, yeah, no, I agree with you. All the time to act like a child is all the time I'm not working. Like, let's be fucking honest here, okay? All of the time that I'm not working is the time that I'm having fun as a kid. If I have to, like, discipline my kids, or if I have to, like, dad up or whatever, then I'm there to do that too. But 90% of the time in my off time, I try to have fun. And I think that maybe portrays me in a poor light sometimes. I mean, being a pot shop manager, people don't generally take you seriously until they start talking to you, and then they're like, "Oh my god, you fucking know things." Like, yeah, dude, I'm not one dimensional. I'm a fucking multi-dimensional being. I'm deep, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think it's a good lesson, because for me too, I'm not saying that like this is one side or the other. I'm just saying I think it's a good lesson to not judge a book by its cover, even though I totally on a daily basis sometimes judge books by the covers for sure. If you don't have a nice picture, I don't really want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So, um my whole outlook on life is essentially this. When you were a kid, you wanted to be an adult. And then when you're an adult, you want to go back and find your childhood again. Because responsibility is a lot, dude, right? But I've always said, like, since I became a young adult, I've always looked back and said, if I could do and know the things that I know now as a child, or as like a, a teenager or whatever, dude, I'd be so fucking dangerous. Like, not in a bad way, in a good way. Oh, dude, I was fun anyway. I'd be so much fun if I knew what I know now, you know? And all the shit that I've gone through, like, sure, I tried to be adulty and serious and whatever. All that got me was fucking health problems and a general sense of, like, self-loathing, I guess, to a certain extent. So as somewhere along the way, as I dealt with all these grown-up issues, and after my marriage kind of fell apart and we separated, I really reflected on me, and I realized that I had gotten away from the concept that I grew up with of, why would you be an adult if you can't have kid fun with adult money? You know? As long as you take care of all of your responsibilities, nobody's needing for anything, none of this extracurricular stuff is, fucking with your personal life and your relationships with everybody, then there's no real problem with it, in my opinion, right? So I got away from that. And then getting away from that really didn't, all it did was take me into a really negative headspace, because I was constantly mad at, like, not everybody around me, but like at the wrong people. You know what I mean? Sometimes it was the right people, but more often than not, it was the wrong people. And I realized that my way of adulting is to have a good solid mix of kid fun and then handling business. So my good solid mix of that is 90% kid fun and and 10% get shit done. Okay? But you can also have fun and get shit done. And to me, I just like to have a good fucking time, dude. Like, I don't have to be fucked up. I don't have to be high. I don't have to be under the influence of anything to have a good time. I just don't, like, if we're out doing a serious thing, then I'll do the serious thing. But I have to crack a joke, because for me, it's easier and it breaks up the monotony of just trying to be like a straight up regular adult. Like, nobody wants to be that. I mean, I guess some people want to be that. I want to be an adult, but I also don't want to forget what it's like to be a kid. Because as you get older and as you grow up to be an adult, you lose wonder. Because you do all the shit that you wondered about when you were a kid, and be like, oh, all the stuff that you're learning new, all the things you see for the first time, the smells, the tastes, the everything. It's, it falls apart at a certain point and you lose that. And then you just become this fucking shell of a person that's kind of like just going through life, And again, I'm not saying that's how everybody feels, but that was how I felt, definitely trying to navigate life as like an adult. Whereas as soon as I was able to switch my attitude to a more fun-loving, sort of childish, if you want to call it that, childish demeanor, things started working out really well for me. It's almost as if life was like, hey, you got to see what it's like to fucking suck, and be all serious and pissed off and like, I wonder if that's something that like I put myself through, or if it was just the way life kind of worked out. Because I think that part of me maybe wanted to hit that level of like frustration and disappointment and whatever, so that I could better move on to the next stage of like happiness. I don't know. It's fucking weird, right? But yeah, like better move on to the next stage of like happiness and enjoyment in life. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's something that's like self-imposed, this whole like doom feeling, or this like heavy pressure feeling. I know that I definitely put pressure on myself for shit, but like do I put pressure on myself for like unnecessarily, or do I do it and get a result out of it? Because if that's the case, then 10 years of my life when I was younger was definitely me fucking with me and being like, how much can you take, bitch? You know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up if you think about it that way. I prefer to think that what happened was life just kind of went the way life did based on the decisions I had made and the nonchalant attitude that I had had, So yeah, no, I definitely admit that I am a man child. I actively probably try to be, not probably, I actively try to be a man child because it's more fun. I don't want to be serious. I'll talk to you about stocks and shit like that, but like if we can't joke while we're talking about stocks, and what the fuck are we doing here? I'm not sitting in school trying to read, Shakespeare for the first fucking time. I don't have to sit and concentrate. I've done a few things. I know a couple things. I have experience and I'm willing to listen to you, but like, let's not make it all booky and shit, Let's make it like fun, okay? So that's my take on my own childishness, all right? And I have to address the fact that on more than one occasion, I have been told there's a time and a place. So now I know, after a couple months of dating, when I get the eye roll, or just, sometimes it's not even an eye roll, dude. Sometimes it's just like it's one of those, like no eye roll, just a face lean and a huff, and I get one of those even if it's sly, because sometimes it's sly. Sometimes it's like, all right, this is the beginning of enough and I'm just going to subtly do it, I know, I catch on to your shenanigans. And now I back off. I'm like, dude, I've never backed off for anyone before. This is weird, okay? And then we have the talk of like, well, maybe now's not the time to be joking around. But you know what? I want to have fun. We got to have fun. That's the only way that like my life works for me, is if I'm having a good time. Sure, shit happens and problems arise, and then you resolve. Let me try that again. Problems arise, and you resolve them because you're a grown-up. But it doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, pretending dressed up as a clown. If you do it, sure, people might not take you seriously, but do you get your shit done? Do you make money? Do you support your family? Do you maintain a lifestyle that's like, well, in my case, I want like an upper class lifestyle. Do I maintain that lifestyle? I try my fucking best. You know what I'm saying? So where I don't necessarily see the need to be all serious and like exact about everything, I also recognize that I need that in my life. Like, I need somebody that could put up with my fucking shit and redirect me like a child. Okay? Because like, I'm willing to do things. I'm willing to stay busy, and I'm willing to do the work. It's just that I recognize for myself, and this is probably a flaw, but I recognize that I need somebody that can like you have to be the lion tamer. You know what I mean? And direct me to stand on the bucket. Okay? But at the same time, I think in the scenario relationship that I'm in now, I think that the reverse is also true. I think that my childishness adds an element to her seriousness. I think that it and maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it gives her the okay to be ridiculous and silly. Because I truly believe that most adults have got to a point in adulthood of not allowing the silly. Like, oh, you can't act like that. That's not how a real mature person Listen, we all know billionaires that do, well, I don't know if we all know, I don't know any billionaires personally, but we know, like, if you're a billionaire, do you really just want to be sitting at a desk like Scrooge McDuck and like signing papers and being all bitchy to everybody? Or would you take those billions and do dumb shit? Because I would take those billions and do dumb shit. Like, I would make Bouncy Castle Island. I'd buy an island and I'd build a giant amusement bouncy castle park on it. There'd be a section for kids, there'd be a section for adults, there'd be a giant puke bucket in the middle. See? Adulting and child. Right there. It's perfect mix. I get to, and then I'll live on the fucking beach on the north or the south north, I don't know, wherever it's the warmest and nicest all the time. I'll live on that side of the island in a fucking hut on the beach. Yeah, perfect, dude. I'll have one, like, racetrack off to the side where I drive my several different supercars. I don't even like supercars. Muscle cars. Maybe inside that racetrack, I'll have a fucking demolition derby center, And then around the demolition derby inside the racetrack, this is a huge island, by the way. It's like fucking Australia, okay? And it's all a bouncy castle, except for this one section that's a racetrack with a dirt bike racetrack in like the inner ring of that, and then inside that ring there's also the fucking demolition derby center. Yeah, it's not too much to ask. And also kid fun, making money, because who's not coming to Bouncy Castle Island? Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking Disneyland for grown-ups, dude. That's at least Disneyland for frat boys and divorced dads in their 30s. Maybe even 40s. Who the fuck knows? All I'm saying is that anything's possible, okay? But I also do agree that you do, like, there's a time and place to be silly. I've just worked it out in my life where 90% of the time I can be silly, and then sometimes I have to be serious. But I've been asking people at work this all the time. I'm like, I know I joke around a lot. I know I fuck around. I know I act like a child. I know I probably annoy you guys like crazy because my energy's through the fucking roof. But the question I have is, like, when I'm serious, do you know I'm serious? And do you take me seriously? And I know that you can get whatever answer you're going to get, or maybe like a swayed one. But I like to think that everybody where I work is at least comfortable enough, because I respect your I respect your opinion. I will listen to you, and I don't really take offense to it. So I think I think we've got to a point where everybody is telling me the truth. And the truth is that, yeah, sometimes I get annoying. Yes, I'm high energy. And yes, I goof around a lot and act like a child. But when it does come down to getting something done or being serious, that's where it changes. And there's a definitive change. So as long as that's happening, like, what's the problem? I just don't have a lot of big things to do. If I was the president, I wouldn't be fucking up there being like, so the other day I was playing whoop whoop with my whoop whoop with the honk honk and the beep beep. Like, I wouldn't be doing clown shit if I was the president or the fucking prime minister. I'd be out there being like, listen, we gotta straighten some shit out here, okay? I don't know what that other fucking dude was doing, but we gotta tell me what you want, because now we gotta do some shit. That's the difference. You don't get goofy Arnold talking Justin or like impressions and shit like that when it's time to fucking get things done. How do we make a plan? You sit down, you think about it, don't act like a jackass. It's that simple. I understand there's a time and place, but I also understand that I enjoy fucking around. Apparently I'm like really into this conversation. But yeah, so we've been debating whether or not, because like I said, I see our differences as complementary to each other. And I think that sometimes she sees our differences as like a hindrance, okay? I'm not so sure it's a hindrance. I think that I've said this before and it sounds so bad, but I think we fill in each other's gaps. Like I can get her to be silly and joke around like a kid, and she can get me to be, you know, um more driven, focused, and grown uppy. You will never get me to change my made up words. You will never get me to spell right in texting because my thumbs fucking suck, okay? But I will tell you this for absolute truth, I like the fact that when it's time for me to fucking straighten up, all it takes is a little bit of a look, and I'm like, whoop, okay, better time to fly straight for 5-6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be flying straight for fucking 5-6 minutes. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna smoke this fucking lemon lynx now. I did this in the last or in a couple episodes ago. I don't remember. It's 39%. It's keef coated, distillate infused, I believe, and it's early lemon berry mixed with Cuban links. It's a really nice sativa high. It's definitely supercharged. It's a 0.6, so it's a small little stubby, but it does the trick, dude. I smoked one of these on the podcast the other day, and I was fucking high for hours after. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens here. Thank you for sticking around for the sesh. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope my fucking calamity of life entertains you. I guess. I don't know. You know, I would really, though, if you're sticking around this long, I would really appreciate it if you could share the videos, tell your friends about it, get them to watch this shit. Because, like, honestly, I just want to do this for a living. And I know it's not easy, and I know I've picked kind of like a niche that's fucked up, or that's like really narrow. But hey, they said pick your niche. I picked it. It's what I got. It's what I do. And I'm funny. What can I tell you? I'm a man child, and I'm good at being a man child. There's 3 things that I'm good at in this world, okay? 1, having fun, for sure. 2, acting like a child, getting other people to act like a child. That's a dual dose, okay? And being a dad. I'm really fucking good at all 3 of those things. So if you help me get to where I want to be, because it's not just you doing it yourself, you need help. So help me help you. The more that you share this and the more that you subscribe or get people to subscribe or help me subscribe, whatever, I don't know, just help me out and get people. Because the more that happens, the more energized I am to do this, and then I can rant about my idiocy to your content. So you can watch this and be like, ha, I'm not as dumb as that dude. I'm doing fine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, help me, help you, have a good time. I don't know. That's really what I want. I just want to help everybody have a good time and find a way to get paid doing it. How's that for fucking honesty? That's all I'm saying. So, my lady and I, we have this debate constantly about how much man-child silliness is acceptable. This is what I think. I think that I always come through in the clutch, okay? I may not always explain myself perfectly well because because I have this like internal thing where if something's going on, I almost view it from like a third person's perspective. So if this makes any sense, like we were talking about a while back about being the main character in your own movie, right? And having main character syndrome. I guess I kind of have that because when I'm in conversations with people, I see it and listen to it as if I'm watching it from the side, right? And I can see the irony in some of the statements that happen within that conversation, my own or other people's, it doesn't matter. So I'm always like, this is a joke, right? Like life is a fucking joke. Like it's meant to, yeah, we got to do shit. And yes, we have to survive. And yes, we have to like, take care of our tribe and all that stuff. But at the same time, why does everything have to be so fucking serious? Like even the Joker killed people with a smile. Oh, fucking asshole. But I'm saying, like, I don't necessarily. I do believe that there's a time and place, but I also believe that. I believe that most people probably aren't able to allow themselves to be silly once they hit adulthood, because they say like they think that, oh well, being stuffy, being exact, being this, being that is how you adult. And yeah, sure it is. But you can also have a little bit of like a open-ended, let's see what happens here, you know? And I think that that's what's fun about life is because, like I said, you don't have very much wonder anymore. So when you get into a situation where you know uh, the potential outcomes, your only fun is to basically sit back and say like, okay, which one of the outcomes is it going to be this time, and how am I going to deal with it? So it's like you're playing like a weird chess game, but having laughs at the same time. And I need to have that. Like if I'm not laughing, or um, if I'm not in a mode of like enjoyment, or at least if I'm that way for an extended period of time, it weighs on me too much. Like I like serious and intervals. I like just goofing the fuck around, dude. Everyone takes everything seriously all the time. Like in business, okay? You have your boss that comes down and is like, hey, you got to hit these sales numbers. And you're like, oh my God. And you can either sit there and you can be all focused and depressed and like riddled with anxiety because you're trying to hit sales goals, but you're overdoing it. And so you're not going to hit those sales goals. Whereas you could take that information and be like, okay, I'll work on it, and just maybe not continue to do what you do, but like make the tweaks you need to make and still stay true to like your personality. Because I think a lot of times in sales, especially retail, whatever, people are buying based on your personality. They want to feel like they you might be too young for this. I don't know, but they want to feel like they went to Cheers. Like if you're going to a bar, everybody needs to know your name. You know what I mean? So you feel at home, like it's your second home. And at the pot shop, I feel like people want to feel like that. So the best way to make people feel welcomed and to bring them to you as somebody that's like that they want to be around is to joke around and have a good time and just like be kind of stupid and childish, you know, make fun of yourself, whatever. And people like kind of they gravitate to that because like, oh, this guy isn't so serious that like everything's the end of the world. But then they ask you ask you any question, and then you bam, you have that fucking answer, dude. They're like, whoa, hold on. You know, I like to be the fucking sleeper car. If you don't know what a sleeper car is, a sleeper car is a car that looks all busted up and shitty. Okay, but inside the busted up, shitty exterior is a fucking mint condition, ridiculously high powered engine, and everything you need for racing. Okay? And this fucking car that looks like a hunk of shit just blows you off the line. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, most surprised you've ever been. That's how I want to be as a human. I want to look shitty on the outside, but surprise you with my ability to know things. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird, deceptive thing. But, like, not in a bad way. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm tricking people into liking me. Sorry, guys. Sorry I tricked you into liking me. I'm fun. What can I tell you? I just like to be fun. Okay? That's all. That's what I want my legacy to be. That dude was fun as shit. That's all you have to say. I knew that guy. He was fun as shit. I'm in for that. And like I said, I also think that you could be you can have your serious moments sprinkled with humor. But I definitely get carried away. It's because I'm high energy. Dude, I have kids that work for me or work at the shop that are half my age that when I leave are like, this guy, I can't do this again. Like, I'm exhausted. And like I do whatever I do that day, high energy. I come home, deal with the kids, do a podcast sometimes, still high energy, dude. Maybe not every day high energy, but you know what I'm saying. I keep going. I'm like the fucking Energizer Bunny. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. So I feel like I have to be fun. I want to have fun all the time. Um, so sometimes, yeah, some responsibilities get neglected, and that's where I come into agreement that yes, there has to be some kind of balance to it. Like there's a time and place for sure, you know. Um, and I think this situation has really helped me rein that in, and I kind of like it. It's like a little. I don't know if you've ever had somebody like cheer you on. That's what it feels like. You know, it's kind of nice. So for her, I rein in my silly. and I fucking barf it up on the kids. Yeah, they get a double dose now. But I'm still able to be silly, and I like it. And I like that we have that dynamic because, like I said, I think that we both. I didn't realize till probably recently that what complimenting each other meant was not what I thought it meant. Complimenting each other doesn't mean like you do this and I do that, or you do, or I know this and I know that. Like, there's no. It's not like a. How do you explain it? It's not like a cut and dry thing. It's almost like it's almost like you. Oh, I really don't know how the fuck to explain it. It's not like I know what I'm talking about and you don't know, so I'm telling you. You know what I mean? It's not like I can do something that you can't do. It's just, it's a nice little fucking. If, because I do this and she does that, it like a puzzle piece kind of like fits together. This is such a weird way to explain it. I fucking understand that. I'm high. Are you high? I hope you are. I hope you're enjoying the sesh. I guess what I'm saying is I'm fucking smitten, okay, dudes? And dudettes and folks and everybody? I guess I'm smitten. It's kind of nice. Sometimes I do feel like I'm being told like a 7-year-old to stop doing shit. But I also know that if that's happening, I deserve it. I'm not fucking oblivious to my existence, you know? So I definitely buy into there's a time and place. I just think there's more times for fun than there are places for fucking serious, you know? At least that's how I like to divide my life. It just keeps me sane, dude. It just keeps me sane. Like, doing this keeps me fucking sane to a certain extent because I get to fucking barf out all my fucking. I don't know why I'm telling everybody I'm barfing on them today, but like, I get to barf out. I'm doing it again. I get to talk about the things that are on my mind, and clearly the ones that are like most important to me get this kind of energy. So I'm kind of impressed with how this one went. I think, I don't know. I'm stoned as shit. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. Those are my thoughts off the stem for this week. I hope you come back next week with me, Justin Barone, your friendly neighborhood pothead, on Thoughts Off the Stem on Anchor. No, Anchor's gone. On Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, iTunes, YouTube, Good Pods, Podchaser, Podbean, Pandora. And don't forget to check out tots420.com. Until next time, keep your lids low, baby.
Thoughts off the stem, friend, a neighborhood party.
Right on.